Ladies and gents, welcome. CenterStrain01 here, and I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the whole Bethesda not releasing review copies for media outlets and stuff like that early. I actually think this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, I, for one, value the opinion of all of the reviewers out there that give games reviews and all that, but I think we've all got, everyone out there, for the most part, has gotten way too greedy when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, for those of you that don't know, Bethesda has decided that we're not going to release early review copies to developers or YouTubers and things like that until like right before launch. So most people's complaint is the fact that, hey, we're not going to be able to know about this game, so if you want to pick it up first day, you're not going to know what the reviews are out there, what is said about the game, and all that kind of stuff. Now, I hear those opinions, and I totally value them and think that they're 100% correct. Obviously, if you're spending your hard-earned money on a game, you want to know about it before going in, not just what the publishers or the PR or the marketing has said about the video game itself, but you actually want to see real people's, expressions on the game and impressions on the game. But at the same time, this market now with YouTube, with everything that is just kind of blown over, and how this is also brand new, you get YouTube channels, depending on how big you are, can get the game a month early, to smaller channels like me who normally maybe get the game like maybe 1 or 2 days before. Sometimes, it just depends on if there's extra copies and stuff like that. I, for one, am okay with this, right? Because everyone gets so hyped for a game. But at the same time, a lot of media people out there, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of media people and a lot of YouTube channels out there, right? Companies buy their affection, okay? I mean, everybody knows it. It's a common thing to happen to a lot of big YouTube channels, to a lot of big media sites and stuff like that. Say, hey, come play our game, but don't say anything bad about it, and we'll put in a little bit on the extra till there for you. So this happens, and it's happened for years and years and years. So whereas everyone out there is probably going to be like, I disagree with this, we demand a right to see the game before it releases to be able to make the decision. But are those reviews that you see out there really the God's honest truth? Are they? So what does this mean for all of us out there that love to play video games, right? You like waiting in line at midnight to play a certain game, right? You've already watched a review from a big gaming company, or maybe your favorite YouTuber got it a few days early and you've been watching him play it, and now you're like, okay, this is something I want to get, maybe this is something I don't want to get. But yeah, see, by the way, I'm featured on the PlayStation Store. Isn't that pretty cool? They put me as the most popular, right next to Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's so cool. Thank you, PlayStation, by the way. But my opinion on this is it's not necessarily a bad thing. So maybe you don't buy the game at midnight. Maybe you wait until you see people play it, that day. But you're seeing true people actually play the game. You're seeing people. It's just so hard. I mean, this market, this company, this business that YouTube has become, that I've only just been in the past 4 or 5 years. I'm just one of those people that am totally honored and blessed to even get a copy early. And if I only get a copy early, a day before, who am I to be pissed off? Obviously, if you're a media type and you withheld your values, and you don't put out lying reviews or things like that, then I understand that you're going to be upset that you want to get the word out there to the people so that they have the truth. But you got to remember, for every good channel or every good media outlet there is out there, there are tons and tons of bad ones. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I know what Dishonored 2 is going to be like. All right, I know the type of gameplay I'm going to be getting. All right, I know how much fun I'm going to have with the game, okay? We know there's going to be bugs. We know there's going to be problems. It's the way, come on. We're not in the 90s anymore. This is today. We know what usually comes when a game is shipped, all right? We know it. A lot of people are probably going to flame me for this, for saying, why would you be okay with something like this? Well, that's just because guys, I just love playing video games. I mean, we get upset when a developer, not deletes, but when a developer kind of stretches out their title and says, well, it's not coming for another 2 months. We need to work on bugs. People get so upset because they got a date from the developers the first time, and they get so excited for that game that they want to get it now. But you got to remember, guys, use your hearts and remember what gaming used to be about. Not about who's the first person that gets to play it or all this stuff. It's just about sitting back, relaxing, enjoying it, and playing video games, and an escape from reality, from the mundane lives that some of us have. And it's a way to have fun, And I've met so many people because of my YouTube channel that I never would have ever thought possible. Companies have sent me places to play games early. They've done this, they've done that. And here's the thing. Bethesda has done the same thing. People have played the game already. Hours and hours and hours of the game. But those were early versions of the game. Those were whatever, It's not the latest version of the game. It's not the review of the game. It's not this, it's not that. But I am just saying this. Remember that when you watch these reviews of games, take into mind that if a reviewer doesn't like a game, that does not mean you are not going to like the game, okay? Find out who you are in the process of who you watch that does reviews. Find out who is the person that is most like me. For me, it's stealth, right? So, if I try to give you guys stealthy gameplay on the games that come out so you guys can see, okay, this is how you're going to want to play it, and this is the kind of experience you're going to have. That's just who I am. So if I watch a review of something I don't have yet or something like that, when I just see people going into every place and just running around and shooting people nonstop, and then they say, well, the game's not very fun, it's kind of boring, I'm just like, oh, obviously you didn't even try. I want something to challenge me, and that's what I love, and I think that's what a lot of you guys out there love as well. I just wanted to give my opinion on this situation, as I normally don't step into this type of stuff, but I, for one, I'm okay with it, because I know video games by now, and I know what video games interest me, and the kinds of things that I'm going to like. Now, I don't like to hype myself up a lot for video games, because it's easy to be let down when a company brands itself to be, this is the end-all stealth game, Dishonored 2, or something like that. I don't go in there and say, this is going to be amazing, I already know it, oh my gosh, whatever, and then be let down because of some bugs or something. No. I go in so happy to play it, so amazed to be able to play it, to live in a world where we can play video games and have fun with it, but also at the same time, I understand, oh my god, a guy just clipped through the wall. Yeah, it happens. It's a video game. Guess what? 4 years went into making that video game. Stuff like that is bound to happen. But a lot of people just forget about that, and all they see is what's on the outside of the game. They don't understand what's on the inside of the game, and it's my job to help you to understand what is on the inside of video games. So hopefully this message that I brought reached you in some way, or made you think twice about it. But just remember that you don't always have to be the first person to get the game out there. Reviewers nowadays, it's not about reviewing games so that people can see which games are good or not. It's about, well, I'm going to get my review out the first, so I could be the first person out there, which means I'll get the most money and people will watch me and the most views and my channel will be glorious. That should not be the case. All right, it should be about the love of video games and telling the honest to God truth. I will never, ever, ever be bought by a video game company. I will never accept a game from a video game company that says, we need you to review this game this specific way. Never. No. My opinion is always my opinion. But here's the thing. I love video games. And I love the mistakes in video games. I love the glitches in video games. I love the hard work that goes on in video games. And if you lose sight of that and you just care about getting your reviews out first and being that kind of person, then I'm sorry for you, because you've lost the love that used to be there when you were a little kid and it was Christmas and you were opening up Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and you were just so excited to play, and it's the way of the world has just completely changed, and it's really, really, really sad. But I'm going to continue to do what I do, show you guys video games and show you the love that I have for video games. So thanks for watching my little rant. Obviously, my opinion is small compared to the world, but I just want you to know my take on it. So I'm okay with things like that. I'm really, really okay. I think if everyone plays the game at the same time, then I don't know. I just feel like the world could be at peace, because then you don't have people out there saying, "Well, this person got it first. I don't believe them." There's, I hate that kind of stuff. But guys, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you got something out of it, and thank you to PlayStation for allowing me to be in your spotlight on the most popular video games. And I will see you next time. So peace out, bitches.